Hey sports fans, welcome to this week's edition of Tahoe Sportsline. I'm joined this week with our resident experts, Kristen Wood and Coach McLaughlin. Guys, good to see you in the house.
Good to see you.
Glad to be here.
Kristen, speaking of experts, how did we the experts do on our picks last week?
Well, Pete, you were our expert last week, going 3-0. Danny went 2-1, and I went 1-2.
Well, I was 0-3 the week before, so I don't know how much of an expert that makes me.
You never know. Our Facebook winners are experts, though. Robert Viking, he's getting $25 to the Naked Fish, and Paul Cavalier is getting $25 to Blue Angel Cafe just for playing. It's free, so just like us on Facebook and give us your picks.
Danny, we're getting close to wrapping up the first round of the NBA playoffs. Who are the three games that you have on tap for us to discuss this week?
Well, the first one I have is the New York Knicks are traveling to Boston to take on the Celtics. And you know what they call people that bet against the home team in the NBA?
Losers.
Broke, because they usually end up losing. But that's exactly what I'm doing this game. I don't like Carmelo Anthony. I think he's overrated. But the Celtics look old and slow right now. And the Knicks just got too many weapons. I just don't see how the Celtics, I think this is going to end in 4.
You know, I'm going to take the Celtics because I don't think it's going to end in 4. They have to win a game. And if they're going to do it, I think they're going to do it with the crowd behind them at the Garden. They need KG and Paul Pierce and Green to have big games. And if they're going to, it's going to be at home.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kristen. Celtics probably aren't going to win this series, but if they're going to win a game, steal a game, it's going to be the first game back in the Garden. And the Knicks have had an answer for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. If they can keep Garnett out of foul trouble, I think it's a different story. I'll take the Celtics at home on this one.
Our next game is the Nuggets and the Warriors, and I'm going against my favorite team in the NBA by picking the Nuggets for this reason. I just don't think the Warriors are going to shoot 65% from the floor and over 50% from three-point line again. Just too many chances of that not happening, and the Nuggets are really strong, particularly on the inside where the Warriors are now weaker without David Lee.
That's right. David Lee is out and for the rest of the playoffs, but I'm going to take the Warriors because they can hand Denver a big loss at home on Game 2, and I think they're going to take that momentum with them back home to win the next game.
Come on, Danny. Why are you always picking against the home team here? I mean, I do like George Karl. I like the Nuggets. But the Warriors at home? Come on.
I hope you're right, to be honest with you. But my money's going the other way. Chicago against Brooklyn at Brooklyn. I like Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn's one of the better teams. They've got a nice, young, all-around team. They are at home. That New York crowd is absolutely fanatical. Now they're in Brooklyn for the first time. Been a long time since there's been a playoffs in Brooklyn. There's too many factors against the Chicago for this one.
I think it will be a battle for Chicago, but I'm going to take the Bulls. Whoa, excuse me. They're playing really great defense in Game 2, staying on both of their feet, led by Noah, who was questionable with that foot injury, but he's back in it, showing amazing heart and energy, and I think they're going to take that momentum with them because they do need to take another game in Brooklyn.
Boy, if you watch some of the highlights from the Bulls' last game, Noah was fired up. I mean, that team was playing out of their heads. It's too bad that they don't have Jalen Rose. The injury bug has hit them. But Danny, I'm with you on this one. They're going into the Nets, home court. It's at home come on. Brooklyn's going to take this one.
All right. Well, looks like we have quite the series.
Well, remember, if you want to join our Facebook competition, it's free to enter. It doesn't cost a thing, and all you got to do is go in on our Facebook page.
All right.
That'll do it for this week's edition of Tahoe Sportsline. See you next week.